This is going to be interesting. Basically, this game is a sequel to Lords of Shadow, the big 3D reboot of Castlevania, but it takes a 2D gameplay approach. And this stuff you can do with that idea. It's just a shame that it's not really that great, the game. I've actually played this demo before. I didn't really like it that much, but that's going easy. But yeah, I'm gonna give it another go just to see what it's like. So this falls on from the end of the original Lords of Shadow. It's a prequel sequence. Yeah, so there's Gabriel Belmont. That's his wife/girlfriend. Basically, so this is just them two having sex, I guess. And she dies. Okay, that's the whole point of Lords of Shadow. Gabriel's trying to save her soul and kill Satan. That's basically the plot for that. Marie, I think her name is. And so she knows she's pregnant, but she doesn't tell him that. She doesn't tell Gabriel that he is going to be a father. I don't know what's with that evil-looking cloak. But yeah, so it gets right into the gameplay pretty quick, luckily. But this was basically originally on the 3DS, and then they put it into consoles for the HD version. I hate that when they just put HD version in the name of a game, or HD, because it's really out of place. Same goes for putting 3D in the title. It's just awful. I do find it funny that they didn't bother giving Gabriel a different outfit aside from having a cloak. I have control now. But yes, I'm surprised they didn't give him a different outfit. So they went to assume that he wore the same outfit as he was here 1 year later, which is a bit much, you know. And then it's a head. But because he's got a helmet on, they can avoid having the age rating be very high. Big demons. I'm not really sure what these demons are supposed to be. I think they're just minions of Satan. Okay. Area attack. Okay. Okay, so X is just a normal one. Y, I guess it just hits at a greater range, with X is more direct. I don't know why they did that. Why not just call it fast and heavy? Yeah, because that jump looks realistic, doesn't it? And I feel like even though I don't think it's just a tutorial, but this is kind of how the whole game feels. It's like I have played a bit of Symphony of the Night, and I've played a fair bit of Castlevania HD with one of my friends, and there's a certain pace to the proceedings that this game just lacks. I'd say really in terms of I don't know. I feel like it's probably like about as fast as the original Castlevania, but it's got a different feel to it. I guess it's just more. I don't play the original, but this is based mainly off what I've seen. But the original seems more deliberate in its movement. This is and like much more strict. This is very floaty. As you can tell from how fucking high Gabriel jumps. And then you just take him out. And then he's stunned. It's time to finish the fucker. Get over here. Oh, that was rather lame for a finisher. You expect, because when you do a finish like that, you expect like, I don't know, decapitation or just some cool movie and knock him into the air and smash him. But he was just like, nope, stick him in the neck and that's it. I mean, I don't know, maybe that's a hint as to Like, must be like foreshadowing to what he will be doing later. But yeah, I might as well talk about my experience with Castlevania up to this point. Lord of Shadow was actually the first Castlevania I played. I thought it was decent, but I had this real problem with the game that there were just long portions of the game, just a bunch of levels in a row where nothing happened story wise. Like, I didn't feel like I was really achieving anything. It just didn't feel right. So I kind of gave up on it. Yeah, because he would survive that, wouldn't he?
Is this the best the pathetic Brotherhood of Light can send?
You seem like the kind of demon you'd seen like Devil May Cry or something. This guy. Yeah, because he did have that much blood in his hand. But why is he not dying? That's the question. I can guarantee that this thing is going to show up again later in the game when you're playing as a different character. You know, otherwise what would be the point in stealing it instead of killing it? You know, how is Gabriel supposed to survive that? I mean, he's not a fucking vampire or something. He can't survive being impaled like that. And they start off with the castle crumbling. It's like, that's not how you start Castlevania, you end it that way. Meanwhile, elsewhere, when it's unloading, we got these guys. Because the art's half the time, when they're not moving much, it looks like just a still image. It does the child who will be the destined one. Yeah, so somehow
Protect the child from his father.
it's weird that she knows.
Lineage will be the only ones capable of facing him in the future.
She knows exactly what's going to happen to Gabriel.
Son's survival is
Basically, if you've not played
for humanity.
the original, spoiler alert, the plot twist at the end is that
At nightfall.
Gabriel becomes Dracula. That's the twist. And so she knows exactly what's going to happen to Gabriel somehow. And that's just to keep her son Trevor safe, because if she doesn't, well, no one can defeat Gabriel. It's one of those weird things where it's like being part of a bloodline somehow means you can beat someone. Yeah, it's just so dumb. It's like only Trevor and like his lineage can defeat Gabriel. It's like, why? It's just stupid. Yeah, so Gabriel became Dracula. It was actually quite a cool twist, in all honesty. Probably the best thing about that entire game. Trevor is now a man, and he must go and slay his father. But it is not to be. Yeah, I guess they tried to replicate the twist by doing another twist that's kind of similar, based around Trevor. It's just odd. But yeah, so my experience with Castlevania, after playing Lords of Shadow, I played a bit of Symphony of the Night. Honestly, I didn't really like it that much. I can't explain why, but I just didn't. Yeah, so here's Simon. Even though Simon was originally... The original Simon is... I'm pretty sure he's meant to be blonde. This is stupid. Like, couldn't she just go up and run with him? Just look at him. He looks awful. The design itself isn't that bad. I feel like it maybe rips off Hawk from Dragon Age 2 a bit too much, but it just doesn't really fit Simon Belmont. I mean, honestly, I think the Captain N version looks more true to the classic Simon than this one does. But now the tutorials out of the way, we can get onto the actual gameplay. Once it loads, and here we are. And he just has the whip. See, I don't like that. Like, you're running, like you expect to jump at more of an angle. But no, it's just a very vertical jump, and it just doesn't look very good. About time encounters something. I mean, like, we've had the tutorial. I don't know how this works. I am curious as to why it's like only Trevor and his lineage can slay Dracula, and it's like, and then you don't even play as Trevor, you play as his son, Simon. I mean, why the hell would it just be immediately Simon when he's just been talking about how awesome Trevor is? Let's just mention Trevor being awesome. I think Trevor is actually playable in this. But yeah, they do some weird shit with him. Get health, run. I don't like that when you're doing side scrolling and the camera's like right on the right side of the screen. Yep. That's just awkward. See, it feels a bit too slow by modern Castlevania standards, and not as deliberate as the older ones, like the original was. The main reason I decided to try this again was because of the it's changed today, but it was on offer. This game. Yeah, this game was recently on offer, where it's like 50% off or something. So I decided I'll just try it again, but yeah, it didn't really work out so well because it took a bit too long. But you know, whatever. Yeah, what just happened? There you go. The thing is, no, even though I'm not really don't give that much. I don't really care that much about bloody Simon Belmont. I do think he'd be one of the best additions they could add to Super Smash Bros. It's just a shame that it would most likely just have him be this version. If they gave him an alternate costume, it could have the classic Simon as a form, but obviously Konami would want this version in to promote the current timeline. Hell, they might just say throw Gabriel in as the character instead. But really, it's Simon you'd want. I suppose as long as they'd have the other one as an alternate costume, it's not that bad. But yeah, Lords of Shadow, I think it's decent. It does not feel like a Castlevania game at all. But I feel like it was a decent game, but it just dragged on for too long. There is such thing as a game being too long, and that game definitely wasn't. It goes into 2 discs and just loads of levels, and that's the demo. That is the demo. Wow. And it says, well, if you buy the game, you get early access to the Lords of Shadow 2 demo, and it's like, I don't care.